Right, so I am quite pleased with most of the things we've done so far, but I've just found this styling issue that's quite irritating. So if you look at the space above and below the text and the button here, you can see that the space above is slightly bigger than the space below. And also if you look at the button here, it looks like it's dropped slightly, and so it's not quite in line with the text. So we're going to actually fix that. Now, if you look at this, there isn't much wrong with what we've done. It's just there's a padding top here that comes with the button that we need to remove, or we can or we can add a padding to the H1 text, which is wrapped in an anchor tag. We can add a padding top, and that should essentially balance the two. So that's what we're going to look at. What we're going to do, actually, we're going to do most of the work here, and once we're happy with it, we can also we could just copy the styles and paste them in our styles.scss file. Right, so first things first, if we go up to the wrapper div, we can actually remove the margin. We don't actually need to set it, so we'll just remove the margin for now. And so that's the first thing, remove the margin. What else can we do? Let's just put this back on so you can see that we're using flex here. That's a lot easier to look at and see the spaces there. So what we can do is actually we can go down here to the button and then remove the padding top. So we can set the padding top to 0. Oh, that's not right. 0. Nice. So here we don't have a padding top. Let's remove the flex for now. We don't have a padding top, so these are in line. And we have a padding bottom we've set a padding bottom here. We can also remove it just to make it easier for us to actually start from scratch. Right, so we have done that. And the only padding that we have is what comes with the H1 and the button, the BTN class. So yeah, we could actually work with that. So again, looking at the div for the H1 text and the button, we can put a button, put a padding top and bottom. So PY, we'll set that to 3, which essentially is 1 rem. We could do that. Let's go up and see. So as you can see here, padding top and padding bottom, we've set these to 1 rem, which works okay but I'm still not happy because you can see now we have a lot more space at the bottom here because of the extra padding that we had before. So what we can do is actually break this up. Instead of using a PY, we can actually set the padding bottom and the padding top separately. So what we could do is set this to the padding top, and the padding bottom we can set it to 2, which should fix most of the problems, I think. So now looking at this, it looks a lot more balanced. So I think we could actually keep the changes we've made. I'm quite happy with that. And if we look at that on the large screen, yeah, that looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to stick to the changes we've made here. The next thing I'm going to do is actually copy these styles and paste them. And that should be it, really. Right, so we're back in VS Code and we are in the header.component.html file. And actually, before we do that, we have to go to the wrapper. So let's look at the wrapper class and remove the margin that we set there. We don't need it anymore. So margin top and bottom, if we remove that. We also have to set the padding top. Oh, we set the padding top to 3. We'll keep the padding bottom to 2. That's what we agreed on. And one more thing. So here, the BTN toggle. We can add padding top 0 to this, or we can actually go in here and set it there. But I think this one works okay, so we'll do that. And I think that's about it. So let's have a quick look at this again in the browser, and if we're happy, then that should be it really. Right, yeah, it looks good. So I think that's us for now. We're going to then start looking at the search and the filter for countries. So that's what we're going to look at next.
1, 2, 3